Alright, what's up, people? Rhyming. So today I decided that I was gonna rant, but I was gonna do it with a rap, if you can understand. Because I'm Rhyming Gaijin. That's the name that I chose. I'm Rhyming Gaijin. That's the logo that I put on my clothes. Rhyming Gaijin. I'm the guy that goes to shows and performs, and when I'm done, they be like, great job. Word is bond. Well, maybe y'all wouldn't know that kind of word is bond track. But shit, that's how we talk if you listen to rap. Anyway, I've been in Japan for 8 years, and that is a very long time. It's a really true fact. I've been here so long that I don't even talk about crap. That's why most of my videos are always like, Japan is that. Could be this and it could be something else. But I really don't see Japan these days. I see myself. I see my man on the journey. Man trying to do things before he ends up on the gurney. Man trying to get rich, not mess with attorneys. The man who just thinking about his own, so what happens out there don't really concern me. And some guys, they still say this. I don't know why. They like, you don't speak Japanese. Space. Why? And I tell them the reasons, and they like, that's wrong. And I be like, I don't need Japanese to make my lyrical songs. I don't need Japanese to get some... Pause. But they still talking all that shit because maybe it's a reflection that they want to talk it so bad, and seeing me not talk it like they want to makes them so mad. But you shouldn't worry about me. You should be worrying about you, because if you're good, then I'll be good, and that's cool for us, dude. And I have a lot of time these days. Last week I read so many books, my head is so freaking amazed. I read a book about life. It was written by this dude, Viktor. I can't say the last name, but he came from Vienna too. And he talked about life in a concentration camp. It was man's search for meaning, if you could understand. He talked about how he was in a situation that was perilous, but he still held his head up high on some hero shit. He talked about they didn't have no food to eat, but he still was able to walk around with no shoes on his feet. He still was able to live his life and not retreat or accept defeat. That got me like, damn. Yes, indeed. I read another book. It was called The Tipping Point. He talked about all the things that happened. It didn't disappoint. I was so excited listening to all the stories that came before me and all the different ways and categories you could describe things that happened. Made me wonder why. Wow, life's great. Smile. That's me. And I was still rapping. And I read some other books, so I won't get into that. Yesterday I tried to pick up this one, but it was really hard. In fact, I had to stop it. It was an audio book. It was Nietzsche. And I tried to read it, but that shit is not easy. Because he was wrote like 100 years ago, and it's like really thick. Plus, the guy who read it had an accent too, so I couldn't understand it. It was putting me to sleep. Maybe if I heard it over a beat, it'd be unique. But I didn't hear it over a beat, so I couldn't really listen to it, and I did fall asleep. So I had to pick up my book. I was studying accounting. I had to learn how the assets and the liabilities were balanced. Otherwise, I'll fail, but I didn't. The first day of class happened last week, and it was cool, terrific. Never thought in my life I'd be sitting in class with a smile, even though there's no beats and I ain't trying to freestyle. I'm just listening to the teacher saying, I get that shit now. Because once you understand accounting, your life is like, wow. Because we all got to pay taxes. That's true indeed. The only thing that are true in life is death and taxes. Please. And if that is the case, how come in high school they didn't tell me? I learned about algebra, but I don't need that for accounting. Right? Now you see, the train of thought I had just lost flight. But that brings me to another thought I had the other night. My girlfriend and I, we watched the movie called Flight with Denzel, where he flipped it upside down that night. Or was it the day? I think it was that night. I forgot. But either way, he flipped the shit. I was like, wow. And then he flipped it over again and crashed the plane. Only 3 casualties died, and that was crazy. Wow. Now, I ain't going to ruin the movie, but I do suggest you see it. And this is Mr. Rhyming Gaijin, the freestyle flow. Can you believe it? Yeah, that's my rant. Rhyming.